Hi everyone and welcome back. Today I am going to tell you what products I use to complete this look. I don't know exactly what I'm going to call this yet, but by the time the video is up, I guess the title will be showing. But yeah, so I'll get started and hopefully I won't keep you too long. So I started out with 3 bases on the lid. On the outside corners, I'm using Siahi from, I think it's a fluid line from MAC. Dark teal. And then I used right next to that on the inner and outer corners, I used Ecstasy from P. Louise. And I'll also use from P. Louise the base in Vivid Violet. I use this in the middle. So my attempt was to do like a halo. So on top of these bases, I used, well, first in the crease, I used, let me see. Well, I'll start with under the brow. So I did this color. I'm going to list the name of the colors down below because I'm going to have to blow up the names because they're real small. So I'll try to tell like where they're from and the name, but I use this color under the brow as the brow highlight, and you can't tell, but it's kind of like a silvery purple. I don't know if you can see that. And then I used in the crease this color. Now this I can see. I believe it's from Makeup Geek, yeah, and it's in Wisteria. And that was right under the highlight. And then I used this color from Coastal Scents called Purple Panic. So let me see. Because they kind of both look kind of light. So let me hold them up to each other. You'll see this one's lighter than this one. So this one again was Purple Panic from Coastal Scents and Wisteria from Makeup Geek. So then I applied the pretty shimmery colors, and I see you can probably see that shift. I put on a special filter so that you can see the shift, and I hope you can see the sparkle too. But so on the outer corners, I use, this is another one I'm going to have to list below, and it's a pretty teal purple. Oh, there we go. There's some shift right there. So it's kind of shifting from purple to teal. So I have that on the outer corners. And then right next to that, I have this color by, I think this is by Pastel Roses, I believe. Yeah, Pastel Roses UK. And this is in the color Soul. Soul. That's real pretty. And then in the middle, I'm using a color from Butterfly Effects by Desi. It's kind of new, I believe, for her site, and it's called a Flutter Pot. The color is Mystic Aurora, and it comes in this kind of packaging. It's supposed to be like a hybrid type of eyeshadow. Really pretty. So I put that right in the middle. of the eye to do the halo. And I think I have two other colors in these flutter pots. So you'll see some looks with those. So while I'm speaking on Butterfly Effects by Desi, I used her lashes too. And these are in the style Wifey. And let me see, on top in the middle, or kind of sprinkled over the lid there, I'm using a glitter from Star Crush Minerals. I don't know if that company is still open, but this is comes in like a star-shaped container, and this is in the color Dream On. Pretty shimmering glitter, and it's kind of like along the same colors as the flutter pot, kind of like a light purple lilac with some green teal shimmer in there. So like I said, I don't know if you can see that in the camera, and if you can, I apologize because it's beautiful in person. So underneath the eyes, I'm using a liner by Moira, I believe. Yeah, one of their Supernova multi-chrome gel liners I've used this several times. What color was it again? Zora. So it's like an iridescent purple. And so that is the eyes pretty much. So this look is right up my alley. This is got all the elements of my favorite colors and doing the favorite iridescent thing. So for the lips, I'm going to just jump into these lips because this was kind of picked some colors. I picked some colors on the fly, and it came out to be really pretty. So these I'm sure are not available anymore. Well, I can't say, but I don't think so. These are by NYX. They're the Cosmic Metals lip creams. See if they have names on here. Electromagnetic, I think. Yeah, so this is electromagnetic, and I went over the perimeter of the lips as a liner, and then I used this one in, I think it's called Asteroid Aura. Yeah, that's this purple one. So I went on the inner lips, the middle, or whatever you want to call, with the purple. And then I used something new to me. I got it over the holiday sale from Sephora. And this is by Fenty Beauty, one of her Gloss Bomb stacks. And it's in the color Unicorn Blizzard. So if you don't know, that's what I call my man, my unicorn. So anything that's got the name unicorn on there, I'm liable to get. So yes, this is called Unicorn Blizzard. And of course, because of the colors, I couldn't resist it either. So it's got these different colors in it. And I guess they call it stacks because it's 3 different colors. So I applied that gloss on top of everything. So that's the lips. I really like how that came out. For my nails, I wanted to try to match them with the eyes too. So this is by Mooncat in Mercury's Tears. One of my favorites by them. And for the face, I'm using Danessa Myrick, her the Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder in number 9. For the blush, I am using a La Femme Beauty blush called Indian Rose. It's this one right here. Really pigmented pink color. I used a little bit of this one too, called Terracotta, right next to it. And for highlight, I'm using this highlighter, which is becoming a favorite of mine, by Revolution. I got this at Ulta, and it's in the color, it's one of their highlighter, it's called Highlighter Reloaded, Make an Impact. It's kind of iridescent too. Really pretty. So I believe that is the products that I used to achieve this look. If you'd like to see the tutorial, it'll be linked below in my bar down below, my description bar. And it's from it'll be a link to TikTok, like always. So I hope you like this look. And I hope this look will inspire you to create something of your own. Thanks for watching.